Hey you guys, this is ridiculous. I just recorded like a 30-minute video to upload on YouTube and it disappeared. And yes, I recorded it. I pressed play and stop and it's gone. I'm just like, come on. And I told you I've been having issues with my Chromebook. And so, whatever. I've restarted it. It's just, okay. Let me just get into this, okay? I wanted to actually make this video like, Jesus. I wanted to make this video. I'm sorry for the way I look. Just whatever. I wanted to make it yesterday, but I was at work. Or I wanted to make it Thursday. Just to let y'all know that me and my husband were okay. We survived the Texas freeze of 2021. But I wanted to share my story. And I wanted to share some good news. So there's that. But, and we're doing okay. We're coming out of our thaw here in Texas. So, let me go ahead and get started with our side of the winter freeze story. And, hold on. Before I get into that, there are still people, what are we, 6 days into this? And some people don't have power here in Texas. That's unacceptable. Get power to the people already. Like, I think it's going to be 50 degrees today. Yesterday it was 40. What is the holdup? People need their power back on. You know? I mean, seriously, ERCOT and Encore are going to have some serious lawsuits. But anyway, let's see. Let's start. Okay, last Sunday, let me get my calendar thing so I can kind of get like a little timeline going here. So, it was the 14th. Well, the 13th was Saturday. And that's when it started getting colder here in Texas, like cold, like cold. And I don't work on Saturdays. That's why I'm making a video today. And but on Sundays I usually work 7 to 3. Well, I got up at 6 a.m. on Sunday and I looked out my front door and there was like a lot of snow everywhere. And I was like, nope, not going to work. And so I called them and I was like, look, there ain't no way I can get to work safely. So I'm calling in. They're like, okay. And and since the 13th though, it just got colder and colder and colder and colder. I mean, like I think at one point it was like 0 degrees outside, but it felt like negative 13. Negative 13 in Texas. Our houses can't withstand temperatures like that, okay? These houses are not built like the houses up in like New York or like Chicago or, our houses aren't like that. Texans aren't built for Texas people aren't built for weather like that. And I'm not a true and tried Texan. I'm actually from Chicago, so originally. But, yeah, so I called in. And we had power on Sunday. Actually, yeah, we had power on Sunday. It was Monday. Is that the garbage truck? Oh, I think it is. Finally. Okay. Finally, the trash pickup. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Um, Monday, we started noticing we were having the rolling blackouts where we would have power for like several hours and then turn it off and put power elsewhere. And that's fine. And they did that on and off all morning. And then around 11:30, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I was getting ready to watch Arnel Pineda's video he did for Valentine's Day. Just as I pressed play, the power went out. And I was like, okay, it'll be back on within an hour or two. No, the power did not come back on at all. It did not come back on at all on Tuesday, the 16th, or Wednesday, the 17th. Oh my gosh. It came, I think we got power on the 18th. Yeah, it officially came back on the 18th for good because we have not lost power since then. But it was, at first I was like, okay, we're gonna be okay. And when we got too cold, we would go sit in our car. Our car has fantastic heat. Doesn't have AC, which never mind that. But when we got too cold, we sat in the car and it was fine. But it was I'm checking the dates, remember. I think it was the night of the 16th. Me and Robert, we cuddled together under 4 blankets in bed. And It was so cold in our house, you could see our breath, right? And I literally said my final goodbyes to him because I was like, this is how I'm going to die. I'm going to freeze to death in my own house. And he laughed. And I'm like, why are you laughing? I was like, I'm being serious. It is 25 degrees in our house, you guys. And I even texted my mom. I was like, Mom, I love you. If I don't see you again, if I don't hear from you ever again, or if you don't hear from me, this is my goodbye to you, you know. And I said the same to my brother. I was like, bye. So, because I literally thought I was going to freeze to death in my own house, you guys. I've never been through anything like this. This is ridiculous. And so, yeah, the night of the 16th, I mean, and we didn't get much sleep because it was so cold in our house. I mean, when you can see your breath in your own house, it's hard to get to sleep. But we did keep warm, 4 blankets, and we cuddled together. And on Wednesday, the 17th, I was just like, we went out and looked because we had canned food. We've been eating canned food. Um, but we were like, our heads were hurting. We wanted an actual meal. And so we very carefully trekked out to see what was open and what had power. And we found this place called Tacos Azteca. And lots of people. They were busy. They were swamped. And we were able to get a full meal there. I think I had the barbacoa taco plate, and then Robert had menudo and something else. And it's so good to just get like a hot meal. And finally our heads stopped hurting. We were to think better, you know. And I told him I was like, bro, and I call everyone bro, and that's my term of endearment, bro. But I was like, I can't do another night in this house. I was like, I don't want to fry, And so I posted on Facebook. I was like, I said something like that on Facebook, and a friend of mine in San Antonio was like, oh, well, here's the information for a warming center in your town. I'm like, we have warming centers? I was like, wow, okay. And sure enough, we actually went over there. After supper, we went back to Tacos Azteca for dinner. And after that, you know, we gathered up our pillows, our blankets, and any little necessities we needed. And we went to the warming center on the 17th. And beautiful place. Beautiful. It's kind of like an event center. Like they have weddings there or funerals or just speaking engagements and stuff. Lots of room. And they were very, very kind. Like these two ladies met us outside. Huge pot full of homemade chicken noodle soup, and they gave us cups of soup, and then we walked in and we were greeted by these people. They're like, all those baskets you see on the wall, they're aligned with snacks and food. Help yourself. We have water, coffee, and tea in the back. Bathrooms are over to the right. You know, just pick a place and help yourself. And it was just nice. It was nice, and we also, you know, shared our stories with other people there, and it was nice to just be with other people. But it wasn't very packed. So, but my anxiety was really bad throughout this. Oh my God. And I'm still kind of like, I'm coming down now, so thank God. But I couldn't sleep while I was there. And I remember I was on Twitter, it was probably like around 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night. And Jason Crabb, if you don't know who he is, he's a contemporary Christian singer. Fantastic, by the way. He posted, he posted like his thoughts and his feelings towards the death of Carmen. And if you don't know who Carmen is, he's also a very prominent contemporary Christian musician. And I was like, death? I was like, no, he didn't die. I was like, I knew he was battling cancer, but I was like, no, he didn't die. And I was like typing. I was like, Jason, say it's not so, you know. And so I went over to Facebook. I went to Carmen's Facebook page, and sure enough, his people were like, yeah, he passed away, not from his cancer. He passed away from a heart attack post-surgery. He had surgery for like a hernia, and he had a heart attack and died. And I was just like, I mean, it hit me really hard because when I came to the Lord in 2001, I gave my life to Him. Carmen's music played a huge impact in that. It really did. And to hear that he passed away, like I was just like, what? You know? God. Well, he's in a better place now than the rest of us. So I've been listening to his music ever since then. Dusting off my CDs and listening to his music. Um, but yeah, I couldn't sleep at the warming center. It was actually too hot for me. Like I was just like, man, they need to turn the heat down in this place. Oh gosh. And but not just that, but like I mean, we literally I tried to sleep on some chairs. It didn't work. The hard floor I tried. I think I zoned out for maybe an hour. Um, it was too hard. And my husband, he could sleep anywhere. You could give him a pile of bricks and he'll fall asleep on it. I mean, that's just how he is. Oh, but it was. I remember the next day. Who's calling me? Whose private number? Steve Perry, is that you calling me? No, I'm just kidding. Let me go back to the calendar. The next day, the 18th. It was about 5 in the morning, and I was sitting out in the lobby area, and I texted my husband. I was like, I don't know if you're awake, but bro, I need to go home. I don't care if we don't have power. I need to I need to go lay down in our bed, and I also would like to take a sponge bath because I stink. I could smell myself, and I didn't like that. That was gross. And I was like, I don't care if we don't have power. I'll just snuggle underneath the 4 blankets, you know. But I was like, I need some sleep because I was really cranky, and I was really frustrated, and I was really anxious, and I just wanted just a little bit of normalcy, and I was willing to take that risk in the cold house. And he was like, no, I'm staying here. You can take the keys and go. And I'm like, okay. So I took the keys and I went outside, and we had just gotten another dusting of snow. And I turned on the car. I dusted off the car. And before I left, he's like, hey, be careful because I know you suck when you drive in the snow. And I'm like, or your driving sucks. And I'm like, wow, bro. You know? I was like, I've driven in ice and snow before. I've lived in Kansas. I've lived in Oklahoma. I lived in Germany. I've driven in this stuff before. And I was like, how many people are going to be out at 5:30 in the morning? Not many. I think I passed a cop on the road. So I'm good. I was good. But I drove 10 to 15 miles an hour home just fine. And I noticed I didn't take any of the back roads. I noticed I was getting closer to where my house was. The gas stations that I think we're all on the same power grid. I noticed they had lights on. I was like, oh my gosh, could it be? I was like, could we have possibly have electricity? And I live in a townhouse community. It's like an older townhouse. We're talking like these townhouses were built in the 70s. Okay. And I noticed as I passed one of the streets of part of the community, the street lights were on. I was like, they got power. I was like, I wonder if my street has power. And I turned on my street. Sure enough, all the street lights were on. The houses who had the outside lights were on. I was like, oh my God. I didn't even pull into my driveway. I texted my husband. I was like, bro, we got power. I'm coming to get you. So, and so I drove carefully right all the way back to the warming center, which it's not too far. It's not close, but it's not too far. Why does my Chromebook keep doing that? It keeps freezing. I hope this video will go out. I don't know. So I got and picked him up, and we came back home, and we were home for about 5 minutes, and the power goes out. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, but it was okay because the house was warm enough. You know what I mean? Where it wasn't like too bad, but it wasn't great. We both just got in our pajamas and fell asleep. And when we got up, the power was back on, and it had stayed on. I'm trying to get my calendar back on here. Yeah, so we've actually had power again permanently since the 18th. So thank God for that. But there are still people today, even now, it's, what is it, the 20th? There's still people who don't have power. Why? Why? Angers me. Through this time, we kept our faucets running, and I'm not talking about just like dripping. I'm talking like a steady stream of water the whole time. We didn't have any water issues. Our pipes did not freeze. Our pipes didn't freeze. We're okay. That's okay. However, I'm still like a little hesitant to like put like full pressure on my pipes. But I'm gonna have to do it today because we got like 5 days worth of laundry I have to do. I need a shower. Look at my hair. It's disgusting. And I got to do dishes. So, but I don't want to overwork our the pipes too bad. Because I'm a little hesitant, you know. But after this video, I have to do laundry. I have to do laundry. So yes, we have had power since full power since the 18th, and grateful for that. um, our town, I think, has fared better than others around us because, like, in the surrounding towns, they have a boil water thing that they're doing. What the y'all? Look at this white hair. Jesus, getting old. Okay, anyway, um, they have like a boil water thing because of all the busted pipes and and stuff. And my our town does not. Uh, we're very blessed in that. And a customer was even telling me that at work yesterday, like we're very blessed to live where we live. I was like, yeah. So, um, something I noticed yesterday, and I didn't really think about it. We fill up our gas tank once a week, usually every payday, and it lasts us till the next payday. Even though my husband works like he works about 35 to 45 minutes away from our house, so that's back and forth, 35 minutes one way, 35 minutes back. That takes some gas, you know. But we noticed yesterday that our gas was like we had this much left. We're like, yeah, maybe we should fill it up or get some gas at least. We went to like 5 or 6 different gas stations. They were all sold out of gas, and we're like, okay, this is weird, you know. um, but we did find a gas station. We found a Chevron, and they had gas, and so we put like $20 in the gas tank, and that'll get us by until like the fuel trucks start getting on the road again and stuff like that. I've also been hearing on the news that there's like a food and water shortage. I mean, I haven't been to the store in months, like honestly, because I just send Robert to go to the store, because I work on Sundays, and usually Sundays we would try to go to the store. I just send him in. I was like, go, but yeah, I guess there's a food and water shortage around in Texas as well. I don't know. All I know is about the gas shortage because it's here in my town as well. So, but but something I've learned with this winter freeze is that we were not prepared. Like I personally was not prepared. I don't have any winter clothes. I mean, look, I'm still wearing like short sleeve shirts in my house, but it's actually pretty nice. The sun's shining and it's almost 50 degrees outside. So, but come fall 2021, I plan on getting me like some sweatpants, some long johns, some sweaters. Also, what I should have done was last year off of Steve Perry's website, I should have ordered like the Steve Perry beanie cap. I would have kept my head warm. Like my husband has a Smashing Pumpkins beanie cap, and it's thick and it's warm, and I need a beanie cap for next time this crap happens. Hopefully not for many years. But also we talked about getting a kerosene heater, and what else? Oh, he wanted to get like a small little propane grill that we can cook outside with. Like that they use for like camping and stuff. I was like, okay, just to prepare in case this happens again next year. Excuse me. My goodness. But it probably won't happen again for many years. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yes, we are all coming out from this freeze. Some of us unscathed, some of us having some issues. For a while there, I was not well mentally, and I'm still kind of like a little shook up. I'm shook up for other people, like, and I've read the stories. I've read the stories on, especially on social media, where families who take care of their elderly parents without the power, like their elderly mom was without oxygen for like 3 days. They had to really really conserve her oxygen. Or I read the story of this woman who takes care of her elderly father. He was so cold, he got up from his bed to try and find warmth, and he fell, and he busted his head open because he was just trying to find warmth. And again, ERCOT and Encore, you got some lawsuits coming for you. Unacceptable. It really is. And okay, all right. we're okay. We're okay. And I give all the praise to God for that because, yeah, for us here in our town, it could have been a lot worse. But it was not. And my heart goes out to all of you who still don't have electricity, who are hungry. Um, like I was literally like in tears the other night. I was like praying for everybody here in Texas, and I was like crying, and I was like, Jesus, please help these people. I wish I can help all of you. I really can. I don't know what to do. Okay. On to a few happier things. I returned back to work yesterday. McDonald's was without power, of course, too, for 5 or 6 days or whatever, or 3 or 4 days. I returned back to work yesterday. We, by the end of my shift, I mean, y'all had to straighten me up off the floor. We were so busy. The line literally came out of the parking lot onto the street and onto the street, and it was like that the whole day, even at night. Like my husband and I we went into Arlington, Texas last night for something. When we came back, we took the road that leads back to my McDonald's. The line was still hanging out on the road there, blocking traffic. I was like, wow, people really miss their McDonald's. Oh, let me tell you, there was this one lady who was like, she was like, my son was really disappointed yesterday. Yesterday being what day is today? Yesterday being Thursday. Okay, because yesterday. Okay, well when she says yesterday, she meant Thursday. I was like, why? She was like, because you guys were closed. I was like, and he couldn't get his McDonald's, and I was like, really? I was like, literally, I said, really? I was like, people are starving and dying in their own houses, and your son was throwing a fit because he couldn't get McDonald's. I swiped her debit card. I took her receipt. I was like, have a good day. I was like, jeez, man. How about you cook for your kid? But anyway, because I see a lot of these same customers over and over and over every day, and that's what they feed their kids. They feed them McDonald's every single day, sometimes twice a day, and I'm just like, y'all, you're giving your kid like childhood diabetes, bro. But anyway, so I returned back to work yesterday, and my husband returned back to work on Thursday. He's actually at work right now, doing a couple hours, so that's good. Uh, um, oh, okay. In past videos, I have shared that how badly I needed a new phone because um, my old phone had no memory space in it, and it had no memory space. And so in January, we actually got blessed financially from our insurance company. Well, I don't know why they ended up sending us a check unexpectedly. I think it was for like I don't I don't know. I don't know. Um, but let me show you guys something. Okay, this was my old cell phone. Okay, dang it. This was a Samsung Galaxy on 5. That is Steve Perry as my screensaver. They don't even make these phones anymore. They're obsolete. I found that out. Okay. I went to T-Mobile and in January, and I was able to, excuse me, upgrade my phone. Look at my little pink case. It has glitter on it. I was able to upgrade my phone to a Samsung Galaxy A21. Dino, Dean Castronovo. Oh gosh, this phone is amazing. It has like a ton of memory. It has great camera for concerts, yay, and great video. It's really good phone. And my when I send text messages out, it doesn't freeze like my other phone, and it's a great phone. Only paid $52 for the upgrade, so I'm really thankful and blessed. And then Robert got me this phone case, so I don't drop and break my phone. But it's heavier than my other phone. It is. But there's that. Speaking okay of that, let's see, we're at 25 minutes. For Valentine's Day, like, okay, my husband and I, we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. Like, I've always been the type of person like, oh, you don't have to get me anything because, flowers are gonna die, chocolates can just get me fat. Or, but as I've gotten older, I was like, it'd be nice to be surprised once in a while. Surprise me. Well, on the 11th, he comes home and he beeps the horn because we were gonna go grab a bite to eat. And he's like, oh, hey, my food's in the trunk. Can you get it out and put it in the fridge? Like his food from lunch. It's like, sure. I opened the trunk and I was like, oh my God. I literally screamed that, right? Let me show you what he did, you guys. Look at that. He got me some roses and he got me some chocolate. Oops. And I was like, oh my God. And I hear him laughing in the front seat. And then I took his luncheon, put it in the fridge, and I get in the car and he's like, that's not your only surprise. And I'm like, but I was like, that's so sweet. He ended up taking me to dinner at Texas Roadhouse. Okay, let me share with you what I got. All right. Look at that. That is incredible, isn't it? 8-ounce sirloin, and that's a loaded mashed potato with extra butter and extra cheese and a roll. And we had a Caesar salad with that as well. So good. But yeah, that was great. So I was really surprised. And that really touched my heart. It really did. So, yep. So, yeah, we did that on the 11th. Because on Valentine's Day, we were like literally iced into our house. So, all right, beautiful people. I hope this video takes because I'm not doing it a third time. Nope. I hope you all are doing well, and thank you for watching. If you're still watching this at 27 minutes in, I will see you all again when I see you. Bye bye.